Drake just learned the hard way that Kendrick Lamar is not the one to have beef with, especially since Kendrick might be the pettiest rapper out there. If winning 5 Grammys for his diss track, Not Like Us, wasn't enough to embarrass Drake, Kendrick took it a step further by performing the song at the Super Bowl. But wait, there's more. He also brought Serena Williams on stage to perform the **** dance, making sure Drake felt every ounce of the shade. The crowd was stunned, and it was clear that Kendrick wasn't letting up. Drake, however, didn't seem too thrilled about Kendrick dragging his ex into the mix, and it looks like the rapper wasn't having it. He's apparently ready to reopen the beef, which means we might be hearing another diss track in the future. But how did Kendrick manage to get Serena to participate in the diss? It likely wasn't too difficult. Considering Serena's history with Drake, it wouldn't be surprising if she actually approached Kendrick to perform her part in the diss. After all, Serena and Drake have had their fair share of tension, and this wouldn't be the first time she publicly shaded him. Remember when she did the **** walk at last year's ESPYs? It's clear there's no love lost between these two, and Kendrick knew exactly how to make a point.
Presenting at the ESPYs last year.
And if I've learned anything this year, it's that none of us, not a single one of us, not even me, should ever pick a fight with Kendrick Lamar.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Hey! He will make your hometown not like you. The next time Drake sits courtside at a Raptors game, they're gonna Forrest Gump him. Sights tight.
Serena Williams and Drake's relationship went sour a long time ago, but the tension between them still runs deep. For those who don't know, Drake and Serena were once an item, but after they broke up, Drake didn't exactly handle it gracefully. Instead of moving on, he made it his mission to humiliate Serena at every chance. This behavior isn't new for Drake, who has a disturbing pattern of reacting poorly when rejected by women. We've seen him spend years taking jabs at his exes, like Rihanna, even though she hasn't paid him any mind since their split. Despite the fact that Rihanna has clearly moved on with A$AP Rocky, Drake can't seem to let it go and continues throwing shade at them both, even though it's been years. But his obsession with women in the industry doesn't stop at Rihanna. Take the situation with Halle Berry, for example. Drake openly expressed his admiration for her over the years, both in interviews and on social media, but Halle never showed any interest in him. Rather than taking the hint, Drake pressed on with his advances and made increasingly inappropriate comments. One of the most cringeworthy moments came when Halle announced her pregnancy. While most people would offer congratulations, Drake used it as an opportunity to make a weird and unnecessary remark. This type of behavior is a recurring issue for Drake. When he's rejected, he can't seem to take the hint and continues to make digs at the women who've turned him down. With Serena, it seems like their beef runs even deeper, with Drake's actions clearly having left a lasting impression. It's no surprise, then, that she'd want to take her own shots back at him.
Unnecessary comment.
Seem to have a fixation with Halle Berry, but she's already
I do. I mean, yeah. That was unfortunate, but
would you really have, like, let's say she wasn't?
Yeah.
Would you seriously consider
like being with her?
Yeah.
100%.
Drake didn't just make random comments about Halle Berry. He actually name-dropped her in several of his songs, and not in flattering ways. One example is his verse on Migos' Versace remix, where he rapped, "Take a famous girl out where there's no paparazzi. I'm trying to give Halle Berry a baby and no one can stop me now." If that doesn't sound creepy, I don't know what does. It wasn't playful or charming. It came off as downright unsettling, especially considering Halle had never shown any interest in him. It felt like he was fantasizing about her in a way that implied some sort of entitlement to her. Things took an even stranger turn when Drake used a photo of Halle as the cover art for his song Slime You Out featuring SZA from his album For All the Dogs. Instead of choosing an image that fit the song's theme or a more generic picture, Drake went with a throwback photo of Halle getting slimed at the 2012 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. It felt like yet another bizarre attempt to claim some kind of connection to her, even though she never expressed any desire to be involved in his antics. It's clear that Drake's obsession with women in the industry doesn't always end well.
is safe from the slime.
What made the situation with Drake and Halle Berry even weirder was that he had previously asked Halle for permission to use her picture, and she said no. Despite her rejection, Drake went ahead and used the photo for his Slime You Out cover art. The image was a throwback of Halle being slimed at the 2012 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and the whole thing felt disrespectful. Instead of taking her no for an answer, he used the image anyway, acting as if he had some right to do whatever he wanted. This incident definitely fits into the typical Drake behavior we've come to expect from him. But it wasn't just Halle. He did the same thing with Serena Williams, and this is where their tension began. Serena moved on from their past relationship years ago. She's happily married with 2 kids now, but Drake seems to have a problem with women moving on, especially when they've moved on from him. This became even more obvious last year when Drake unexpectedly dropped a massive 100 gigabyte stash of content on a mysterious website called 100gigs.org. He didn't use his usual official channels to announce it, but instead, he used his not-so-secret burner Instagram account, one he had been quietly updating since June. This wasn't just some random collection of files. It was a goldmine. The data dump included unreleased tracks featuring artists like Young Thug, 21 Savage, and Lotto. But that was just the beginning. Fans also got a rare, behind-the-scenes look into Drake's creative process. There was never-before-seen footage of him working on some of his most iconic albums, including Take Care, Views, and Certified Lover Boy. The collection also featured moments with legendary artists like Jay-Z, Kanye West, Rihanna, and Cameron, as well as appearances from key figures in Drake's inner circle. It was a treasure trove for fans, but also a glimpse into the making of his music and relationships over the years. While we may never know the full reason behind this unexpected content dump, some speculated that it was a strategic distraction from his increasingly messy feud with Kendrick Lamar. If that was the plan, though, it didn't quite work. The drama with Kendrick only escalated, and this so-called diversion barely made a dent in the conversation. But wait, there's more. As if the 100 gigabytes data drop wasn't chaotic enough, Drake threw in some extra tea for his fans. Hidden within all that footage was a clip of him working on his song Too Good with Rihanna, where he casually revealed that the track wasn't actually about her, but about his other ex, Serena Williams. To make things even funnier, Drake wasn't confessing this to a close friend or industry insider. He was spilling the tea to his mom, Sandra, like it was no big deal. That moment perfectly captured the bizarre and often messy nature of Drake's relationships with his exes.
No big deal.
Up-and-coming relationships, everything's going to be very light. Not going to get like heavily into things.
No, I get heavy on a couple jokes, but this is more about me and Serena, so I
gathered. I gathered that.
But I wanted to make a song.
But you don't want it to
well, it's funny because when I make songs about women, I also make songs for them. So I know what kind of song to make. If I'm going to talk about them, I'll at least do them the justice of making them a song that they like.
Yeah.
Okay? So I know Serena very well, and I know that she'll hear it loud and clear, but she'll also not hate me for it because it's lighthearted, you know?
And she is seeing someone else.
I don't know, Mom.
Back in 2010, rumors about a romance between Serena Williams and Drake buzzed all over the media, but like Rihanna, Serena never confirmed anything. She kept it cute and unconfirmed, while Drake acted like a lovesick puppy, openly admiring her. Fast forward to today, Serena is happily married to Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit, and together they've built a beautiful life with their 2 adorable daughters. Drake, however, didn't exactly handle the situation well. Known for flipping the script on women who rejected him, Serena wasn't an exception. For years, Drake's admiration for Serena was so over the top that GQ magazine even called him Serena's most embarrassing groupie, and honestly, they weren't wrong. But when Serena finally made things official with Alexis, Drake's energy shifted completely. Instead of simply moving on like a grown man, he chose to be petty. In his 2022 song Middle of the Ocean from his joint album with 21 Savage, Her Loss, he took a direct jab at Alexis, calling him Serena's groupie. It was as though Drake forgot that he had spent years being the original, self-proclaimed groupie, pining for Serena in the most cringeworthy way possible. Alexis, however, didn't bite back with anything petty. Instead, he responded in the most classy way possible. He posted a photo of himself and their daughter, Olympia, at one of Serena's tennis matches. In the caption, Alexis wrote, "The reason I stay winning is because I'm relentless about being the absolute best at whatever I do, including being the best groupie for my wife and daughter." His response was a perfect blend of love, confidence, and maturity, turning Drake's jab into a statement about his devotion to his family. Drake, on the other hand, wasn't about to let it slide. After posting a video talking about Serena with his mom, B immediately put two and two together and realized the video was a direct response to Alexis' classy clapback. Drake tried to cover up his true target by flooding social media with random posts, hoping no one would catch on. But fans quickly figured it out, piecing together the timing and context. Serena, ever the class act, stayed out of the drama. But she got her own lick back at the Super Bowl, where she performed with all the poise and power Drake could never match. The kicker? She didn't even get paid for the Super Bowl performance. Artists aren't paid for this appearance, so Serena's performance felt like a deliberate move out of pure spite for Drake. It was a reminder that she didn't need to respond directly to his childish behavior. But Drake wasn't happy about Kendrick Lamar and Serena's Super Bowl power move. During a performance in Melbourne, he changed the lyrics to knife talk, singing, "Beef is live. Spoiler alert, I never write again." It was a petty response, yet another shot at Serena and Kendrick for their bold Super Bowl moment. It became clear that Drake's obsession with Serena and his bitterness toward her success were far from over. Drake was big mad over this, and who could blame him? Kendrick and Serena really did him dirty. Fans were all over the comments, saying Kendrick bringing Serena Williams out for the __ walk after Drake spent years obsessively throwing shots at her for rejecting him was straight up wild.
Yeah, Drake is
One fan even called Kendrick the definition of chaotic good. But let's be real, Serena doing the __ walk on Drake's metaphorical tomb was the ultimate moment of payback. She'd been stalked and disrespected by Drake for years, and this was her moment of peace and retribution. So, do you think Kendrick crossed a line by bringing Serena into this? Or do you think it was totally justified, given Drake's past behavior? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to check out the next video for more.